Hi, I'm Ajit from Capshine. Today, let's look at 5 ways to become more fluent in English. And we're going to look at some strategies to help you become that. Before we talk about this, I'd like to quickly introduce Capshine's revolutionary Learn It Together English Fluency program. Through this, we promise you that you'll become a whole new you in 6 months or less. Our program is easy, quick, fun, affordable, and effective. Let's get back to what we had planned. So the first thing that you need to do to become a more fluent speaker is to relax, breathe, slow down. And I'm not giving you meditation gyan here. What I'm telling you is that fluency does not mean speaking fast. In a lot of situations, when you speak fast, when you try to hurry, you end up being less fluent because you make more mistakes, you don't pronounce words correctly, and your thoughts are way too fast for them to come out of your mouth the right way. So what do? Relax, slow down your speech, take your time to say what you want to say. If you're not sure about what you want to say, pause. This is much better than using fillers like right? And when you stop doing that, when you instead use pause and speak at a more comfortable pace, you will start sounding much more fluent and way more confident than you do right now. That's the most effective tip that I can give you to improve your communication and your fluency immediately starting from today. So try doing that going forward. The next thing you can do is to speak to yourself. Not like a mad person where you go around talking to yourself in public. No. What I suggest is that you speak in your mind in English. When, let's say, you're traveling on road or you're looking out of the window and looking at the scenery outside, what I'd like you to do is start describing the things you see in English. Make sentences in your own mind. Describe it in your own mind. Look at the children playing, how joyous they are. Look at that tree, it's so lush and beautiful. I wonder why the guy is driving so fast. He must be in a hurry. Describe the things that you see in English. And you'll realize that if you make this a habit, when you have time, when you're not doing anything else, if you do this, if you describe things in English in your own head, you will soon start thinking in English. You will not try to translate things from your native to English, and this will have a huge impact in your fluency and the confidence with which you speak. The third thing, find conversation partners, and this is very important. Just as with any skill, let's say you want to learn how to drive. You will not become a great driver by reading a book about how to drive. Will you? No. You cannot become a good driver by reading a lot about engines. You need to practice. You need someone who can help you, who can give you feedback, who can teach you, but also more importantly, you need to be able to practice driving day after day. Similarly, speaking is a skill which will improve only when you practice it in situations that are very like the real world. So if you can have conversation buddies, friends, co-workers, maybe family members who are not judgmental, who can relate to your level of English and who can help you converse, you will start seeing huge differences in your fluency in very short span of time. Think about it. This is how we learned how to speak our own native languages. We didn't have a rule book. We didn't have to study from a guide. We conversed, we made mistakes, and we improved. This is a great way to improve your fluency. Speaking of conversation partners, I'd like to talk more about the revolutionary Learn It Together model. Through Capshine's membership, you get access to speaking opportunities with partners. You get to learn and practice as a group, so you are ensuring that you practice in a lifelike situation. You get monthly fluency trackers and customized feedback from your personal coach. Moreover, there are multiple micro-learning opportunities that you will get as a day-to-day interaction to ensure that you're working on your skill day after day. And finally, you get access to live classes which will help you build your foundational skills and the grammar and vocabulary elements that are very important to become more fluent. Do ensure you check out capshine.com or download the app to get your 30-day free trial. coming back to what we had discussed. The fourth thing you can do is learn fixed phrases. Now these are phrases that you will use in different contexts, sentences or introductory phrases that you could use in different contexts, in different situations. Think about it. If you're beginning a meeting, there are only so many ways you would begin a meeting, by greeting people, right? So you could start the meeting by saying, "Thank you all for making the time. I appreciate that you're here." Doesn't that sound nice? Imagine if you could memorize this. Imagine if you could have this jotted down so that every time you're in the same context, you're able to use it again. You don't have to think about new ways of saying it. This again adds to your fluency. Let's say we are saying goodbye to someone. "It was a pleasure meeting you. I hope to see you again." Or let's say you want to give someone help. You want to ask someone if they need your help. You could say, "Can I help you with that?" That's it. So these simple phrases in different contexts, if you can think about them and sort of put them down and prepare in advance, they will substantially help you become more fluent because you don't have to think about it. You already know these in different contexts. And fifth, don't fear mistakes. Remember that speaking fluency is a skill. Writing fluency is also a skill. So you're bound to make mistakes. As with any skill, you're going to start off by making a lot of mistakes, and even as you progress, you are likely to make mistakes over time. But do not get dissuaded or do not get discouraged by the mistakes that you make. Instead, a good idea is to have a coach or a learning partner who can encourage you through the process. Look at mistakes as learning opportunities. Let them help you become better and more fluent. And finally, and I said 5 points, but here's a bonus: read what you like. And you would have often heard that to become more fluent, to become a better user of the English language, you need to read more, listen more, and watch more content in English. And while that is true, a lot of recommendations that people give tend to be those that are very boring. For example, if you were to read Shakespeare, right? While it is great English, it's not necessarily interesting, right? Or if you were to watch an old British movie, let's say Citizen Kane or Shawshank Redemption, that doesn't really interest all of us. So if you're trying to learn English by watching these boring movies and reading boring books, it's not going to work out because you're not going to do it day after day. The key to success is to do something day after day and get better at it. So what do? Focus on things, focus on books and videos and podcasts that interest you. If you like rom-coms, romantic comedies, watch shows like Friends and other things that interest you in English. If you like books about fiction or fantasy, read such books. Start small and then build from there. Do not try to read, listen, or watch things that do not interest you, right? Try to make it fun, and this will ensure that you do this day after day. I hope you found these useful, and I want to see you apply these to become a much more fluent speaker and writer of the English language. If you liked the content, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out capshine.com to download the app and to get your 30-day free trial. Cheers!